Count Dooku, this rogue Jedi played a pivotal role in Palpatine's plot to found his new order, only to be betrayed and replaced by his master. But who is Count Dooku? Born on the planet Sereno into a wealthy family, he was brought into the Jedi Order and was Jedi Master Yoda's last apprentice during the Republic era. Under Yoda, he achieved the title of Knight and then Master. He then successfully tutored his own apprentice, Qui-Gon Jinn. However, years before Qui-Gon Jinn's death on Naboo, Dooku became delusioned about the Jedi and corruption within their ranks and the Galactic Senates. For this reason, he left the Jedi Order, returning to his homeworld, where he inherited his family's vast fortune and the title of Count, making him one of the Jedi Order's Lost 20. Dooku, now craving power, was approached by Darth Sidious requiring a new apprentice. He offered Dooku a place at his side. In return, Dooku would become Darth Tyrannus and would help Sidious with his ascension to power. After learning to master the dark side, Dooku was sent to assassinate another Jedi, Cypher Diaz. Diaz, once a prominent member of the Jedi Council, had been removed from his position after tensions arose between him and the other council members following the Battle of Naboo. Diaz, believing that the oncoming conflict was inevitable, was pushing for the creation of an army for the Galactic Republic to defend against the mysterious threat that was revealed after the defeat of Darth Maul. Despite being removed from the council, Diaz had already made contact with the Kaminoans and had them begin work on a clone army, believing he was acting on behalf of the Republic. By killing Diaz, Dooku and Sidious were able to annex the clone army he had created. Dooku then contracted Jango Fett to become the genetic template for the project, and, as Sidious wished, had the clones fitted with a biochip that would later make the clones carry out the secret orders. With the army being constructed for the Republic, Dooku began training an apprentice of his own, an ex-Jedi Knight sister known as Asajj Ventress, who would act as an assassin for the Dark Lords to ensure any complications in their plan could be avoided. Dooku now began creating unrest across the galaxy, having disgruntled systems and large companies sign an agreement, forming the Confederacy of Independent Systems. This separatist movement's official goal was to leave the Republic. However, Dooku and Sidious's goal was to create chaos, giving Palpatine the perfect excuse to bring in the commandeered clone army. The conflict began when Dooku attempted to have the Trade Federation, an old ally of Sidious responsible for the Naboo blockade, join the separatist movement, where Dooku hired Jango Fett to assassinate the Federation's nemesis, Padme Amidala. This, as we know, resulted in the Republic unveiling the clone army, beginning the Clone Wars with Dooku leading the Separatists and Palpatine the Republic. Dooku's main job was to keep the war going for as long as possible, until Palpatine was ready for the next stage. Dooku continued to utilise everything he had at his disposal to continue the war with the Republic, from the unfathomable amount of battle droids belonging to the Separatist leaders to funding Mandalorian terrorists in an attempt to compromise neutral systems. As well as this, he had members of the CIS bullied and deceived into continuing the war when they wanted to reach a peace agreement with the Republic. Dooku even trained General Grievous, the ex-Kaleesh warlord, how to use a lightsaber, making him a terror for the Jedi. Dooku's loyalty to his master was remarkable, for example when ordered to kill his longtime apprentice Ventress.
Eliminate her.
She's my most trusted.
I said, eliminate her!
As you wish.
He also worked against the Separatists' interests, for example planning a coup to give Sidious control over the banking clan, which would give him immeasurable amounts of credits to fight the Separatists, by further expanding the clone army.
It now appears he coordinated the entire Separatist takeover.
And because of this treachery, the banks will be firmly placed under the control of the Supreme Chancellor.
However, Dooku's loyalty to Sidious was due to his own pursuit of power. For example, after losing his apprentice, he took another Night Brother known as Savage Opress as his new apprentice. Many believe that Dooku intended to train Savage so that he would be powerful enough to replace Sidious. Dooku strongly believed that when the New Order came to power, he would be at the forefront of it, side by side with his master. However, Sidious had no intention of keeping his old apprentice when given the chance of pitting Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker and Dooku against one another, which resulted in Dooku's defeat. He ordered Anakin to execute him, which he did, as Sidious saw no need to keep his old ally around any longer, replacing him with a younger and far more powerful Jedi.
Good. Kill him. Kill him now. Do it.
Ultimately, Dooku was perhaps the most vital part in Sidious's plans for the New Order, but the very nature of the Sith is what betrayed Dooku, believing that his power and knowledge of Sidious's plans made him anything more than another pawn in the Dark Lord's sinister plot.